Go ahead and put this in the background while you're playing a game or something. This is just me going on like an autistic rant about Dexter. I'm making this after only watching the original series and a little bit of New Blood, so that's really all you're gonna get. I'm sure there's more symbolism and like resurrection, his child, whatever the original sin. I'm sure there's a lot more also in New Blood. I'm really enjoying New Blood, but this is just mainly based on the original. Some of it I talk about is obvious. It's literally said in the show, but there's this one thing that I don't see anywhere that is a little deeper. It's the thing I talk about at the very end. So stick around. But it was really compelling to me, and I wish more people knew about it, and it's really upsetting that I don't see anything about it. Dude, okay. I know this is dumb. I know no one's gonna watch this. But I'm in this like autistic mood where I just need to say something. So Dexter's ending, a lot of people are disappointed by it. There's an episode like ranking chart for every single Dexter episode. Just on the surface, I feel like people didn't like the ending because they in general just didn't like the show as it went along. Because they were watching the show for, like, gotta watch the serial killer get away with murder, and not, like, this guy was finally getting to live a normal life. And a lot of people who dug deeper into the show definitely saw that too. But the fact that he was finally becoming a normal person over time, but just his past was catching up with him and killing everyone around him. There's so much symbolism for that. Especially, I'm currently watching New Blood. It's emphasized even more that he kills everyone around him, whether he tries to or not. And eventually, at the end of the show, this comes to kill the person he cares about most. And I feel like about this part, it's kind of something that you knew was going to happen. Yeah, he's killing everyone around him. Of course, the person he cares about most is going to die. Almost like a Romeo and Juliet. Just how is it going to happen? I feel like a lot of people were just maybe didn't see that and were upset by the ending. Like, oh, why'd you kill Deborah off? Like, we understand you have to kill people. Like, no, I feel like this was really inevitable. It was more of a question of when. Like, Rita fucking died. Why did that episode get like a 10 out of 10, but the finale got a 5 out of 10 when Deborah dies? Like, we've experienced this before. We knew this was going to happen. Okay. I took a little bit more time to think about it. I mean, there was a lot more. It wasn't just Rita died. It was like that's the same thing that happens to Deborah, though, is the serial killer killing him. I feel maybe people just like the Rita one more because it was just instantaneous and a sudden plot twist. Deborah's one was a lot more like obvious that it was going to happen, but I feel like we shouldn't ignore that it still kind of has the same general meaning. Like, Rita died to a serial killer, Dexter is after. Deborah died to a serial killer, Deborah is after. Dexter is getting people killed around him because he kills people. And I mean, you could say this stuff is gonna, like, people die anyway. Why does it really matter? But, like, they wouldn't have died this early if Dexter wasn't involved. I'm sure there are probably other reasons why it got a bad rating. I mean, I feel like the show did kind of get more, like, oh, really that happens over time. But he still, like, starts living more and more like a normal person, literally going to therapy while I agree, some of it is far-fetched, but it's a show. That's gonna happen. How do you keep people watching anyway? It was just bound to happen. I'm really glad that they show him kind of just fucking crashing out. That seems like a very Dexter thing to do. And I feel like the point of the show is he just gets emotion. He was supposed to be the psychopathic killer, when in reality it's because he was trying to repress his trauma in a way. And the code kind of just made him do it this way. And he was pretty much brainwashed by his dad and by the one therapist to do this. And the entire show, he's fighting with his dad of what he should do. Literally what he's doing is fighting the code throughout the show. This is another piece of symbolism that I think I've seen mentioned, but if you weren't aware of it, it's pretty fucking obvious that he's trying to fight his dad through the show by, like, through the visions that he sees of his dad. But what that's trying to symbolize is the fact that he's fighting the code. He's fighting against the code, breaking the pattern that his dad tried to give him to be a serial killer to finally become a normal fucking person. And this is definitely said in the show. I think this is literally just said straight up by Dexter himself that he has to be his own person and he can't live by this code his whole life. But I just like to mention this. I saw this pretty obviously. I heard it said in the show. But I'm hoping everyone picked up on it. If not, like, it's really important. I forgot what season it was. I thought it was like season 2 or 3. I think it was 3 because that's when he invited another person and that was breaking the code. Like, he finally does it, and then it's snatched right out under his feet. I really like tragic endings. They're the most, like, encapsulating to me because it doesn't leave too much. Sometimes it can leave stuff unanswered, but I feel like it gives an actual ending instead of just kind of saying yay. Okay, back to the meaning of the boat real quick. I'll give a little context. So obviously Dexter's boat is called the Slice of Life. From what a lot of people got from this is that it's because Dexter literally slices people up like they're slices of life and puts them on the boat. So, I mean, that, I'm not saying that didn't exist. I think that definitely was also a reason why it was called the Slice of Life. But at the end of the season finale, Dexter's boat is destroyed. At the end of the show, the boat is destroyed. And it is visibly shown. The title, Slice of Life, is destroyed as well. That's what it shows, is the title of the boat. Now, you could say that's because they were trying to show it was Dexter's boat that got destroyed. But I feel like it's saying like he lost his slice of life. Or it came up to him and his slice of life was gone. Because he got this slice of life. He got a wife. So many people loved him. While he's still doing this, he's still got a literal slice of life. But he's Dexter. He kills people. He can't keep that. He knows that. We see that by everyone dying around him. Eventually, he just loses his entire slice of life. So I think it's also really important and intentional. It's not like he just left his boat out and it got destroyed. Dexter himself drove his slice of life into the hurricane, into the serial killers he was after, metaphorically, and destroyed his slice of life himself by his own hand. He could have prevented it, but he felt like he had to do these things. He knew it was a chance that he could destroy his slice of life. And guess what happens? He just leaves. I guess it's such an obvious metaphor. I feel like I don't see anyone talking about it. I know the show's 10 years old, so I'm not surprised no one's found it like at this point if they didn't find it before. But it pisses me off because it's such a cool metaphor. I loved the season finale, or like the finale. I loved how he loses everything because that's kind of what it was building up to, is that he was gonna lose everything. That's why I'm a little disappointed that they're like sequel shows, but they're still good. But they kind of just ruined what that final like memento was to me at the end of that finale, which was that he was gonna lose his slice of life. Literally, why the boat was destroyed. It's what it's trying to show, is what that memento was trying to show, is that he lost his slice of life. Yeah. I know nobody's gonna watch this. I just couldn't handle that there was nothing out there about the slice of life, like symbolism and metaphor in Dexter. This is definitely like a very surface level analysis of Dexter. I didn't go into any episodes and kind of like, oh yeah, this happened this time in this episode and this proves this. This is just kind of me going off of memory, just ranting about what I saw, what I thought was cool, what I thought was done well. I kind of talk about what I thought was dumb and not really. Basically what I'm trying to say is there is definitely a lot more symbolism than just the slice of life that had a deeper meaning in it. Actually, you know what? Real quick, bring back that ADHD corner. We're going on another side rant. Like, one other way I think it shows why people are upset why the show ended the way it does is people maybe felt like it could have ended at season 4, because I feel like there also is him losing his almost like his slice of life. It's not like the reason I wanted to talk about the boat more than Rita was because The boat just feels so like in your face, but you might not realize it. It's like I. That's such a cool thing. I think it's just ironic that it's literally the slice of life being destroyed, but that's still less obvious than something more vague like Rita dying. I There might be videos about it. I have no idea. Like it's getting more popular. I feel like right now for some random reason, but I really hope more videos do come out. If I really get in a really autistic mood, who knows? Maybe I'll end up like literally citing times in the videos and what I think they mean. But that's not happening right now. That's not a guarantee. And I know one of my other videos I said, "Oh yeah, I'll make a sequel," and that never fucking happened. I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I did have the footage for the sequel, but I got a new PC and it got fucking nuked. So it's unfortunately that sequel's never gonna happen because I lost the footage. So.